Yo, take a seat.
Sher Street Podcast. Alright. Hello everybody, my name is Joey Sher. Welcome to Sher Street Episode 7. Joining me today is Christopher Coods, brother of D. Coods, who you might remember from Episode 2.
Hey Joe, it's nice to be with you on the podcast here. My name's Chris, although people call me Coods after my brother.
Yeah.
And, so he's D. Coods, I'm Coods. Nice to meet you all.
Alright, so Chris Coods may look like an average man that you see at college, but he is not. He is a gamer and EMT. So welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me about yourself.
So, I turned 22 on Halloween, so I got that going for me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Currently in college for mechanical engineering. I've got about 1.5 semesters left of that. And then after that degree, I'm going to try and go back into nursing and get my nurse degree and hopefully become a critical care nurse, because I kind of discovered while being an EMT that this is the stuff I want to do instead of sitting behind a desk designing something.
Hopefully I don't do that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's been a wild ride so far, but I'm glad, I finally found what I want to do.
That's good. You found your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't found mine yet. Mine have been like hobbies that have kind of like transformed into what I'm doing now. Like, I started with a sport which led me to camera making, filmmaking and stuff. And since high school I've just been like, hey, I should get into communications and broadcasting. And now it's moved on into like kind of like radio almost, like what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
That's
man.
pretty
Glad
neat.
you found your stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
I still don't know. There's so many good careers
Yeah, it
out
is.
there.
When people do say, like, when you hear people say, "Oh, you'll find what you do eventually," like,
It's like, yeah, right.
you kind of don't believe them at first, and then one day it kind of really does just happen to you, and you're like, "Wow, they're right." And it's like something like 50% of college students change their degree, and then like 70% of those 50 change again. So, you never really know what you really want to do coming out of high school. I thought it'd be cool to be an aeronautical engineer, which I still wouldn't mind.
Make
but
them F-35s.
yeah, that'd be really cool. But I'm glad I found the emergency medical services, and helping people in their time of need is definitely right up my alley.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys exist, because I remember I had an accident like a few years ago, before even the podcast started. It was like during the early days of the channel. I had like a car accident coming home from work.
I thought I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know who knows the whole details, but I've thought I've heard from that before.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing fine though now.
Oh yeah, I mean the only way I could actually cope with the fact that happened, like my whole car got totaled and everything. The only way I coped with it was watching Austin Powers when I got home. Like that one scene with like, he was driving this thing in like the hallway and he got stuck.
Yeah. He tries to turn around.
That scene helps me out so much.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
I gotta watch that movie again. It's such a good movie. So I hear you play a lot of CS:GO.
I used to play a lot of CS:GO.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yeah.
Me too.
CS:GO was probably my favorite game, and then probably my favorite activity to do on a team when I actually got good enough. I started in about 2014, I want to say. I really found Counter-Strike addicting.
So 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
When I was a freshman.
Yeah, and then Tommy Walsh was a junior.
Yeah, I remember him. We were in St. Bischoff's class together.
Our sophomore or junior, one of those two. And
we found each other through Counter-Strike. Well, originally it was through Lee Hayden's computer science class. But we found that we both liked Counter-Strike, and then we played it so much, and we got so good. And then other Roxbury kids, including Alex Myers and Kyle Gaz, were like, hey, you guys are pretty good. And I've known Kyle for a while now through...
Hey, you're pretty good.
Through gaming, yeah. Hey, that's pretty good. And we formed a team that didn't really get anywhere. We did it a couple of ESEA seasons.
Whoa.
That really didn't get anywhere. Alex probably got farther than any of us doing on his own. But even then, he's quit CSGO just because it's so hard, CSGO, sometimes. And then...
yeah, I know.
Me and Tommy split paths and went to Rainbow Six.
The Siege.
Yeah, semi-professionally.
Who's your favorite operator?
My favorite operator is Thermite.
I thought you were going to say Tachanka.
No,
Lord
fuck.
Tachanka.
Nah, that's a meme.
Or Pulse.
Pulse is okay, but...
Or Jaeger.
By the
Team
time...
Kill Jaeger.
Yeah. By the time I left Counter-Strike for Rainbow Six, I think I had around 2,500, 2,600 hours in CSGO.
Holy crow. That's
over
more
3 years.
I've only had 200
Over 3,
hours.
4 years. Yeah.
I've only had like 7 days worth.
And it's not to say I don't miss CSGO. It's just that
It's difficult.
it plays differently from Rainbow Six.
You could like bind certain keys together within like the command console. Like,
Yeah.
I used to do
yeah.
that. And I could move like the op from like the left to the right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm good no scopes then.
The Rainbow Six Siege playstyle and how the game was set up just appealed to me more than CSGO, where, over 2,500 hours of CSGO, I've seen the same stuff, the same strats, the same level of play.
Banana.
Was just
Dust 2.
kind of the same. I don't know. I needed something different. And then, Rainbow Six got released in 2015. I was like, this game looks fun. It looks like Counter-Strike, but like if you got a wall in front of you, you can just blow it up and go through the wall.
It's like Battlefield mixed with Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it was like
insane.
the perfect combination, I thought, because I loved Battlefield. I love Battlefield.
I want to give you a congratulations, by the way,
For,
being the first gamer I had on my podcast.
well, I mean, I wouldn't say true gamer where I do it 24/7 and get paid for it.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
I
but-
mean,
you're
I guess-
the first
I
awesome
guess thank you.
guy
And,
who I can relate to outside the podcast.
yeah. So me and Tommy played Rainbow Six for quite a bit, and then just this past year, around, I want to say September, end of August, we found an organization that was willing to, I guess,
nice.
hire us, I guess you could say, but we're still unpaid, to play for them. And so we got our 5-man stack going now. And the first tournaments we should be able to enter are in sometime around mid-December. I'm actually wearing the jersey right now if you want to see it.
I'll be looking forward to it. That's a cool jersey.
Yeah.
Covert
Covert Esports.
Esports. I like the little skulls on it.
Yeah, that's just the company. That's the brand.
Is that like the sponsors too?
yeah,
on the back?
yeah, sponsors are on the back.
Cranium Apparel, OPC, Rogue Energy. Is that like a energy drink?
OP Seats and Rogue Energy. Yeah. And then this is just Cranium Apparel's logo. They have it on just both
That's cool.
shoulders.
So you got your sponsors. You got your.
Yeah,
team.
we're all set. It's just that, we need... I'm not saying we need the practice. Every team needs the practice.
Oh yeah.
It's just,
practice makes perfect. Like I see some of these like esports teams, although I won't really say I can't really compare most esports teams because they live in like the clout house or whatever.
Yeah, they're all the fancy...
They all get like, ooh, I have a personal trainer. Look at my gym.
Yeah.
And then they eat healthy and play like 2 hours a day. They have like meetings and stuff.
They get paid for it.
They get paid for it.
Yeah.
But they could also get dropped from the team.
Yeah, that's...
I've been following like esports since like days where like MLG was a game type in like Halo. Like,
Right.
I remember like Halo Reach with MLG, Halo 3 with MLG. Like those were good times
Right.
for me. Like just seeing how far it's progressing as a sport in general is really cool to me. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that too.
Thank you.
So, what rank were you?
In CS:GO,
Silver.
the highest I ever got was Supreme Master First Class. First class.
Sounds better than Christian. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. He likes Supreme.
And then the highest rank I got in ESEA, the other, I guess you could call it matchmaking, but it's not really matchmaking. It's really like it's a separate client.
Comp.
It's a separate client that plays CS:GO.
Oh.
I got
It's like a Battlefield Incursions kind of to me.
it's a paid service with using their servers, but the same CS:GO game. It's just a better experience. ESEA. The highest rank I got on there was like A, and then I kind of just stopped playing after A.
You're like, this is boring. Let me
I was like,
go.
this ain't it, Chief. That's literally what it was. I was like, I don't like this
This
game
ain't
too
it,
much.
Chief.
I don't like this game too much anymore. So I started on the decline, and then I found Rainbow Six, and here I am today.
Here on the podcast, sitting crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. Yeah, there's no better position.
Yeah. So, you already covered one of my questions about me axing it. That's awesome.
Which one was it?
How many hours would
Oh.
you say? Yeah, I was gonna say I miss playing. Like I stopped playing Go too, but I used to play a lot of Go with the
You played, yeah, you're an opper too.
opper man.
Yeah, I used to be an opper, and shameless self plug here. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see some of my old op plays when I used to op.
Same. I have them like on the channel still.
Yeah,
Like they weren't like they were more like they weren't deathmatch or like casual CS:GO.
what
or
the competitive? Yeah,
It was all just I don't know. Every kill was like a point. It was almost like free for all in a little way, or like a team. I forget what game type it was.
arms race
One of them.
or something like that. I don't.
Yeah, I just remember every kill you would like switch a gun or you get a new gun.
Oh yeah, it's
or buy a new
arms.
gun.
Yeah, it's arms race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would just play that. Just
all
to-
my videos of my ops are aces in competitive play.
Okay, you beat me.
Well, I also beat you in the hours too, so.
Oh yeah, so no way. So Chris, you are a EMT.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm an EMT for Roxbury Company 1. And I've been an EMT just about, it'll be 2 years in January. I'll be an EMT. I guess the decision to become an EMT kind of just popped up in my head one day. I was at home, I was like, I need something different to do. And I kind of just went to the firehouse. I was like, hey, can I have an application? And they were like, yeah, sure. For fire, for EMS. I was like, EMS. And I sent in my application, and here I am. It was kind of just like...
Popped up in your head, you're like, I have to do this.
Yeah. I think the main reason was for it... was I was in Cub Scouts from day one of kindergarten all the way up to Eagle Scout since 2015. And then
What troop were you?
163.
I used to be in there a little bit too. Cub Scout.
Yeah.
I was also a Boy Scout in like 159 for a little bit, and then I left because I just couldn't take the mosquitoes anymore every summer. There was 3 summers with mosquitoes.
I loved summer camp.
Me and my friend. I'm actually trying to have this one guy on the podcast. Do you know Brendan Williams?
Is he in your grade or a grade below me or grade?
I know he was in DQ's grade.
Brandon Williams.
Brendan.
If you show me a picture, I might know him. But
I'll try to find one.
I
I got my Eagle Scout in 2015, and then, between the 3 years of 2015 and like 2017, 2016, the few years in between, I was like, man, I really miss community service and helping people, because that's always been at my core. I've known it since day one of kindergarten, was to help people and stuff, and be kind to others. So it kind of was like a core concept to me.
Honor, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like a core concept to me that, I should be helping people, but I don't know what to do. And so, the decision just came on one day, let's join the EMS squad and see what happens. And I went to EMT school for like 3-4 months, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every other Saturday, for like 250 hours in total.
Whoa.
Passed my test and all, and now I'm an EMT for Roxbury, and I ride Friday nights from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. on
Whoa.
Saturday.
I don't even think I worked that long. How many hours would you say that whole day?
What is that? I think that's 11. Is that 11?
That's more than me.
7.
I only work like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, it's 11 hours, which, I mean,
Must
isn't
be
that
tiring.
bad. It is. It does get tiring when I get slammed. I'll be out from like 8 p.m. to like 3 a.m. just running calls back to back to back back. Luckily,
Back to back.
knock on wood that I haven't had any, days like that yet. The latest I've been home recently is just probably around 2:30 in the morning.
Buddy.
Brandon Williams. Oh yeah, no, I know him. I've seen him.
Yeah, you're a funny guy. We
Yeah,
used to
he
do
is.
pranks at the summer camp.
Yeah. But I love what I do. Even with all the restless nights and
Yeah. Block granola bars, you must eat. Energy bars.
energy drinks. Yeah, it's
Hey, you got
it's
sponsored by
crazy,
one.
but someone's got to do it, and the someone that has to do it, has to enjoy doing it. That's the big thing.
That's the
And
thing
I
about
love doing what I do. So much so that I've decided to make a career out of it and go to college for nursing, so I can be a critical care nurse on like a helicopter or in a paramedic truck.
On a helicopter.
Yeah, flight nurse.
Oh. Yeah, so like the job you kind of love now is like kind of giving you like that passion to help you with other jobs, other careers once
Yeah.
you like get your education for that.
Exactly.
That's really cool. So you already covered again a question. It must be like Nostradamus or something.
I may have a sneak peek before.
I didn't even text you any of the questions.
I think you said one or two of them. So.
Oh wait, we covered them. Oh, I see what I did. I done messed up. So, would you like to give any shout outs to anyone?
One shout out definitely to D Coods. Definitely to D Coods. He's an animal. He's like a different kind of human being. If you like, he's in a class of his own. So much
Trap cart.
Yeah, dude. So much in his own that like I can't hate him. I can only love him. The stupid shit he does at home. It's just, one day I'm gonna laugh at it. One day I'm definitely gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna be like, "You're such an idiot," and then we're just gonna both laugh. But like, he's my best friend, D Coods. So I kind of owe him this shout out to him. Plus, he's already been on the podcast too. So
I have to like repost that episode. I have to fix a few things. That's why. We also I have to redo that one because I feel like I ran out of questions, so it wasn't like the best.
Oh, yeah.
But as you said, it was polished.
it was polished shit.
Yeah. So I might have to just repost my polished crap.
Your polished turd, it's still a turd, but it looks nice.
That was wet. Yeah. Yeah, I should do that because I have to fix the order because it goes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now, and people are gonna get confused. They're like, "What the heck?" So, thank you for being on the podcast, man.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So last question. Ask me anything you want.
Ask you anything you want. Can it be a series of questions? One question? X amount of questions?
Just one question.
Just one question?
Because, some people gotta ask me other questions, and
Okay.
we gotta keep
to wrap it up.
do you want pause and we get back to it?
No, I'm pretty sure I
Think
can
on the spot
I can
right now?
think of it on the spot. Why do you do these podcasts?
That's a really good question.
What I mean,
Um,
it's probably not. I'm not gonna say you don't get the views on the YouTube about them. I'm just saying, what makes you feel you want to do these podcasts more and more?
the more
What keeps calling you back to do these podcasts?
So, on my first podcast, I had an artist on, and then I remember just the most recent one I did. So I'm going from the first episode right to episode 6. My brother goes, I never thought your podcast would take off the ground, and well, it did. Because here I am, and here you are. We're on episode 7 already. I mean, there's 3 more episodes after this. Also, the one I have to re-upload. But
Yeah.
10 episodes for me makes a season. And I think that if I can make seasons of podcast episodes that people have to listen to, and maybe it'll help them out. Maybe they'll be just on their computer one day playing Counter-Strike, and they'll be like, you know what? I want to be an EMT too. Because that'd be cool. I want to go to college. I want to get educated like Chris here. I want to find what I want to do, find my passion, get a job. That's really why I'm feeling like I keep going with this.
So would you say your passion is this podcast and, the things
Yeah.
you work towards it for?
Currently, I mean,
Awesome.
I'm not really good at math. I'm not good at English, really. I do write, but, everybody's like, retake the course.
Yeah.
Retake the course, pay more money. We're college, pay your tuition, do this and that, work every day. I've already, failed, first class I got an F in English, my first semester. Second time I withdrawed because it was just terrible. But, you keep trying until you make it, and you gotta make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
I took a lot of L's in algebra. I don't even know how I got out of high school. All my classes were good, and then you look down the grade list, you see a little 76 for algebra, and I'm like, I remember I made honor roll that first semester. It's
right.
I had an 88. I'm like, how is it a 76? How did I pass by 1 point? It's this must be insane, but at the same time, I'm glad, even though when faced with adversity, I'm still making it.
That's awesome.
I'm glad that I can share this here, what we're doing. And I hope to help people. How you're helping people in a positive way.
Right.
I'm trying to do the same. I'm trying to not just make entertainment for people to listen to.
Make an impact.
Yeah, really it all goes back to the Austin Powers scene. If you could help someone cope with whatever happened to them in life, it's gonna be they're gonna stop thinking terrible things all day.
Right.
I want people to think positively in life. Because I've been watching the news lately, and I've seen what's going down in Alabama. I'm seeing what's going down across the country. I just hear shootings, and
It's all negative.
it's all negative.
It's all negative. You hear nothing. Excuse me. You hear nothing positive nowadays, and I'm glad you're doing a positive kind of podcast.
That's another thing. Oh, another thing. That's why I'm trying to keep politics out of this too.
Yeah, that's such a volatile.
It's toxic.
It is toxic.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep political stuff off this. I'm trying to keep negative stuff off it. Actually, that's pretty hard to do now.
Yeah,
I have to put
But-
explicit in everything now.
Right.
Not for this one though. This was actually a good one. Not too many curse words or
Yeah, no, I
talk
tried.
of geese poop making you an NFL player. Listen to the last podcast. I was in there. I swear. Well,
Will do.
thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
nice
Thank you.
seeing you again.
Thanks, Sher.
No problem, brother. And share with your friends. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Peace, everybody. It's Joey Sher signing off.